So I've shared this story before in previous videos, but I think I can elaborate more and give some really helpful, this is going to be one of the most helpful videos that I know that I've ever done. There's a guy who was a part of the crew that was filming professionally some of my older videos. So if you look at videos from maybe the beginning of this year to last year, they were very professional looking. And I'll do that again in the future. But the thing about these videos is what I wanted to capture was guys sitting around a table eating, right? And having a good time. Rather than it being me just chit-chatting and talking like it is right now. I wanted it to be like bros hanging out, right?
Now turn left.
One of the guys that was there, he, from the very beginning, he kind of was sulky. You can tell he was beat down. He was one of the guys that you can just tell life had just smacked him upside the head. There was this one session that we were doing where I was talking about doing something that you were passionate about and how it gives you life. And he started talking about playing cards, like playing poker. That was his thing. And you could literally see him go from this hunched over, sulky, to this, oh yeah, you could do this and you could do that, and full of life, full and expert at what he loved. And it was so inspiring to me that I started asking him questions about it, and I said, so why are you not still doing it? Why are you not playing professional poker? And he said, well, I just don't have a bankroll. My girlfriend, his baby mama, let's see, ambulance coming over here. Okay. His baby mama would get super mad at him for doing it, even though they weren't together, really. And that was a whole separate issue, but that was an issue that he was suffering from, was losing the woman he loved as well. And he gave me all the reasons why he was not able to, and I thought, okay, well, what if I bankrolled you? And I took a certain percentage. Something that you wouldn't care about. It'd be small compared to what you put in or what you won. And he thought, what? Really? You would do that? I said, yeah. Because I was so inspired by what he was saying. I was so inspired by what he was doing, and he was so confident. He said, oh yeah, I can go to here. I can go to Commerce Casino down south. I could go to these. He already knew where he would go and how he would invest that money. So I agreed, and I said, you know what? I will give you $5,000 a month for the next 90 days. That'll be my investment. I'll take 10% or 15%, I forgot what I said, of the winnings. It's not a loan. If you win, great. If you don't, fine. And he was blown away. He was flabbergasted, obviously. Somebody's going to invest in me. Somebody's going to give me this opportunity. And I was excited. I could hardly contain myself, because I'm thinking, I knew how confident he was. And so we draft up an agreement and everything like that. He signs it. We go. Keep in mind his two biggest problems were his girl and the bankroll. Bankroll's taken care of. The girl is not. He still needed kind of that resolved. So first month, we start. He has a game plan. He goes to this one small casino over here that has nothing but poker tables, no slot machines. And I think he ends up winning like $500. And then he gets confident. He says, you know what, I'm going to travel down south, go to Commerce Casino, and play there. And he had been playing these low-hand, small places a couple of times, and he eventually makes his way down to Commerce Casino, super confident, and two things happen. One, something happens with his girl, maybe gets in an argument or something like that, and the other thing is he loses and then starts drinking when he's down there. And then he feels really bad about getting drunk and stuff. I didn't know any of this. He literally just goes silent for like a week. And I ended up texting him, reaching out. So what's up, man? How's everything going? And he says, dude, I lost. He lost like $2,000 of the $5,000. He then started drinking, so he felt bad that he got drunk. And then he was having issues with his girl. So he has, mind you, he has $3,000 left of my money. And I say, okay, yeah, no worries, dude. Just in the future, just tell me. That's what I'm here for. You know, I'm here to help you to be successful. And he basically says, well, yeah, I just need help, and I don't know what to do next, and I don't know if I can make this happen, and it has all these things come up. And I said, dude, okay, first things first, you need to get yourself straight. So I said, I want you to get of the money that I gave you, I want you to go and buy this course, and I want you to take it. And it was a self-improvement course, and also one that would help with his relationship. Mind you, I'm talking to him, he's in his backyard at the time, drinking. I think he was high at the time, I take that back. He was high at the time. And he said that okay, yeah, I'll do it, whatever. And so the next day, same thing. It was the evening. And I'm talking to him again, and he said, you know, I went and looked at the course that you said. I don't think that's for me. I don't think that's what's going to help me right now. And, you know, so I'm not going to spend the money on that. And, you know, and I said, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't do what I say, we're done. Like, we're done. And I already had it in my mind, I'm putting my money at stake. I don't expect to get it back. It's just a write-off for me anyway. But if we're going to do anything in the future, for month 2 and month 3, you need to do what I say. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, well, dude, and he starts pontificating about how he knows what's best. You know, he's gotten himself here this far, and he is, you know, he can handle his relationship, and he doesn't need this course and that course and yada yada. And I'm like, all right, dude, you realize, I'm just telling you right now, you realize that as soon as we get off the phone, if that's what you decide, then there's no month 2 and month 3. So that's $10,000, right? 5 and 5. And he's like, I don't, yeah, no, dude, I don't, I don't need it. I don't need your money and yada yada. I can handle this on my own. I can do. And he literally threw away $10,000. His relationship with his girl probably didn't change because when things are done, it's done. Like there's no second chances, no nothing. It's just the way I am. And last I heard, he was not in that great of a position. I don't know if that's the case. I wish him the best. I honestly am not going to be like, oh, well, I hope he's suffering. That money that I spent was an investment. It was $5,000. Yeah, it didn't go anywhere, but it could have. With the right person, it could have gone pretty well, right? I share this to say and to show that very often, very often, we crush ourselves. We do things to ourselves to sabotage and to stay where we're at. In his case, he missed out on $10,000, missed out on saving his relationship, and missed out on living out his dream. How many times have you done that? Because I know I've done that a lot. I've done that a lot in various ways. It is extremely common to think that we are not worthy of certain things. To think that is too difficult. That's for somebody else. That is something that I'm parking right now, saying hi to people. That is something that we are not deserving of. And so we crush our dreams. We crush our hopes. We crush and bite the hands of people who are trying to get us to the next level, trying to help us to be, because they see who we can be and how we can become that much better. And so I hope he's doing well, but he's a great example of what you and I do when we have a self-concept, when we think that we are only meant to be a certain way. Well, my family's poor, therefore I'm going to be poor. My family's middle class, therefore I'm going to be middle class. My family always stays in the same location. Nobody's ever ventured out to other countries. Therefore, I have to stay in the same location. I have to do the same things that everyone else does. My family says get a good job, become a lawyer. Even though I hate being a lawyer, I'm going to become a lawyer because that's what I'm supposed to do. These are the things that keep us trapped in a prison and don't allow us to grow in ways that we were destined to grow, in ways that we were destined to be. And so this is a story about this person, but it's also a story about you. It's also a story about me. And we do this every day, almost every minute of the day, in our self-talk, in our self-concept, in what we believe about ourselves. So change the self-talk, change your self-concept, and you'll change your entire world and become so powerful, become the person that you were destined to be.